I just found out that my fiancée was a serial cheater in her previous relationship. I'm in my mid-30s and my fiancée is early 30s. We've been together for 2 years, 1 year living together, and got engaged this past December. Her ex reached out to me over social media recently to warn me about her past. He was with her for 12 years. She hooked up with 3 guys in the 3rd year of their relationship. They were long distance for that year and only saw each other on weekends/holidays. He said he had a few minor indiscretions too during that time, so he chose to forgive her and reconcile. They moved in together and the relationship was going great, and he was even thinking about proposing when she had a month-long affair in year 7. When he found out, he broke up with her and she decided to try a polyamorous lifestyle for a few months before trying to get back together with him. He said she was very remorseful, went to therapy, etc., so he decided to give her another chance. The relationship returned to a happy state for the next few years until she had a 3-month-long affair with a co-worker in year 10. This was very disturbing because she was very much in love with him. This was very disturbing because she was pressuring him to propose to her at the time and began to deny him intimacy, all while doing it with someone else. He said that his self-esteem was very low at the time and he gave into the sunk cost fallacy, so they tried to reconcile. She was not very remorseful this time and blamed him for the affair because he would not propose. They went to therapy again and he eventually did propose to her in year 12. He discovered that she had been messaging her old affair partner shortly after proposing to her, and then he broke it off for good. I was really shaken after learning all of this. I asked a friend of hers if this stuff was true and she told me that based on what she knew it all sounded true. I don't know what to do. I love her so much, she's my entire world. I don't suspect that she ever cheated on me for the 2 years that we've been together. It's been such an amazing 2 years. We never really talked about her past. I knew that she'd been engaged, but she just said they grew apart. I confronted her about it this week and at first she said that he was jealous and lying about her past and she can't believe that I would believe a story like that. I told her I got confirmation that it was true and she broke down crying, begging me not to leave her. She said that she has changed so much since then through therapy and self-reflection and that she's a completely different person now. I find that a little hard to believe, since we met only 8 months after a previous relationship ended. Can people really change so much in 8 months? I'm currently staying with my brother until I can figure out what to do. I'm bothered by the behavior patterns. She pressured him to propose while cheating on him, and then cheated on him again when they were engaged. She also pressured me to propose. I was happy to do it since I'm at that stage of my life where I really want to get married and start a family. And I really don't think that she's ever cheated on me, but I wonder what may happen if, when our relationship gets a bit stale, or if I get very busy with work. What do you think I should do? My ex-wife cheated on her fiancé a year before meeting me. I never knew the reason for their breakup, she just said he was abusive. Red flag missed. 8 years into our marriage, she cheated and never said she was unhappy to me. Past behavior is a good indicator of future behavior. OP, what bothers me are the details I learned. She went to therapy multiple times for this in the past and it didn't work then. Also, the way she cheated seems especially cold to me. Pressure her ex to propose marriage and stop being intimate with him while she was having an affair with someone else. Who does that? Not in my wildest dreams would I ever do something like that. That's messed up. But it just means this is their way of dealing with the bad versus being an adult. OP, that's what I fear the most. We've had an amazing relationship for 2 years. I really feel that she is my soulmate. But what happens when the shiny newness rubs off and life gets more stressful? RP, you already know what happens when the newness wears off. She will move on to having a shiny new side piece. Nobody changes that much in 8 months. At least not the type of deep-seated change she needs. Honestly, the fact that you're staying with your brother is a large enough shift in your relationship that I wouldn't be surprised if she is dealing with it by already setting something up with someone else. Oh, and the pressuring to propose is a major red flag. This woman isn't who you think she is. I confronted her about it this week and at first she said that he was jealous and lying about her past and she can't believe that I would believe a story like that. I told her I got confirmation that it was true and she broke down crying, begging me not to leave her. She said that she has changed so much since then through therapy and self-reflection and that she's a completely different person now. There's your first really big clue right there. Her first reaction was to lie and gaslight. I can't believe you believe that guy. What's wrong with you? There's no guarantees that she will or will not cheat on you, but if I was a betting man I'd say that come year 4 or 5, or whatever, you're going to get cheated on. Agree, going to therapy and owning what you did is the only way to begin to resolve and grow. If she immediately lies and gaslight, in addition to pressuring you to marry her, I would take a huge step back. Having gone through infidelity after marriage and with kids, it's a nightmare and I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. If you want to try to work it out, I would recommend couples therapy and she allow you to go through her phone, etc. to start a baseline of trust. OP, after I confronted her, she gave me access to her phone and laptop. I didn't even ask. I gave it a casual look over but I didn't suspect anything and didn't find anything. I don't ever want to be in a relationship where I feel I have to snoop. This is my best explanation of how I feel after my wife's affair. After discovering my wife's affair, I felt like I have been giving this giant anchor that is attached to me with a large long chain. This anchor represents the pain, the untrust, resentment of her thinking about me more often while she was having the affair. Like what was my work schedule, so she could meet up with him. Taking the necessary steps to hide the affair from me. Trying to create opportunities to meet a fair partner. She had to do all of these things with me in mind. Since trying to heal and forgive her, I am giving the burden of this giant anchor to carry with me as I continue in our marriage. There are days I fall behind, and must work harder to keep up with her. This anchor is very heavy, some days it's very light but the anchor never goes away. It seems her saying she is sorry was not for me. Her apology was for her. She was trying to save herself from divorce and the embarrassment of family and friends finding out. Her trying very hard, and doing everything to make me happy and try to forgive her. I feel once again, it's to help her not get divorced. Because she could have done all these things before the affair. Now if I chose to stay in this marriage, I must carry this anchor with me forever. Which only causes me pain. While she carries the memories of the affair in her heart and head which brings her happiness. This is the best way I can describe the feeling you will go through if you decide to try and work it out. How would you describe the pain that you live with after your wife's affair, if you are still with her? OP, you're never gonna get over this and you're never gonna trust her again. Don't waste your life on an untrustworthy and disrespectful woman. If you stay, you'll ultimately lose all of your self-respect. With all due respect, how can you carry all these pain with you for rest of your life? What if she do it again? I sure understand that you want to save face, but later in life you will regret it. I forgave my ex the first time, but in 1 year she was at it again. But this time she tried to take it deeper. As soon as I found out that she was about to do it again, I busted her and asked her to leave. Year later we were divorced. The 2 years of pain, frustration, and suspicion was too much to bear. I sure wish you luck. What consequences did she have? I will assume none, which is your own fault. What do you expect? You carry the burden of her shame on you. Since you did nothing about it, that is on you. Yes, she apologized to save her own body. Personally, it is never too late to walk away and not wear it. But that is up to you. There are a few options left out there for you, but you have to be willing to use them. First option is, hire an attorney and request a postnuptial agreement. This postnup only discusses her affair, and what an affair or infidelity is, and if she does it again, the consequences of this. It should be something like 10% of her earnings for the next 10 years, as alimony to you. Then once that is done, tell her you have been thinking about her affair, and you no longer can carry the weight of it alone. You would like to share this affair with her parents, siblings, and your family. You want her to tell them all about it, in front of you, so she does not downplay the hurt she caused you. Lastly, if you want, you can ask for a hall pass that you can take at any time, and when you do take this, then the postnup will be removed. This is how you stop wearing the burden of her choices. And if she says she made a mistake, remind her, everything she did was a choice. That is how you start, and see if she is truly remorseful or if she stayed out of guilt.